Yo, what's up? What's going on? I'm gonna use this opportunity to go ahead and talk about Gintama a little bit. You'll find the reaction link in the description to the movie. I was suggested to check out the movie by a lot of people and everything. So I was like, you know what? Let me stop and let me go ahead and go back and watch the movie. And I'm glad I did. I'm definitely glad I did. Now I'm going to go over a few things here, a few various topics, as well as a discussion about content and stuff like that. But first thing is first. Movie was dope. It was, yes, basically kind of a reinterpretation of the Benizakura art, and animation was definitely nice and clean. It was definitely sweet. That fight though was extra clean. Extra clean. There is one main thing that I kind of got out of watching the movie over again. Well, not the movie over again, but watching the movie other than watching the series. When I watched the series, I kind of, I knew what was going on. I kind of felt it, but when I watched the movie, it kind of made things just a little bit more apparent with me. And what I'm talking about is this triangle that seems to be going on between Gin, Katsura, and what was his name? Takasugi, I believe that was his name. But yeah, between them three, there were certain things that was said throughout the movie that was implicating certain things about them, certain things that we saw through flashbacks, and just their overall behaviors between them three. And I kind of alluded to it in the reaction of the movie as well. The movie specifically. When it comes to Takasugi, well, I'll say this first. Them three obviously kind of grew up together, or they had the same sensei. And, each of them, I guess, had their own kind of, upbringings or goals or ambitions at that young age or whatever, or maybe they just didn't at all. But Gin, even when we've seen him in those flashbacks, he's some kind of very laid back in a sense, almost like he was still very kind of chill. But when we look now at things, yeah, he's still the same way. But it was something that Katsura said. He said something about Gin when he was talking to Takasugi. He was like, because they were talking about how like he's going against the world and shit like that and trying to fuck shit up. And Katsura and then Takasugi was asking them, like, how can y'all even bear like doing this? I can't understand why you wouldn't want to fucking fuck shit up. Especially since they took away, this is the world that took away Sensei or something. Now, I don't know exactly what happened. I don't know exactly why it happened or whatever, but Katsura said something back to him. He was like, well, throughout time, I guess I've grown to get more, there's people I care about and stuff like that. There's relationships that I've grown and stuff like that. So that tells me in that Takasugi, like, he doesn't really seem like he's opened up to anybody. It doesn't seem like he's, like, I guess from whatever happened before, he literally just is stone cold, ice cold. Like, even through his people that he has, there's no one that really seems like they're his boy or his friend or nothing like that. Like, he just completely shut shit down. I mean, maybe, I'm not sure. But that's the way it kind of looks. But he also said something about Gin. I mean, he was like, he was like, what was again? He was like, he said something along the lines of like, he would have the most reason of wanting to fuck shit up, but he doesn't, because he has found something, or he is about something that keeps him from doing that. You know, and he wants to. He doesn't want to destroy this country anymore, or nothing like that. Now, what the fuck happened? Like, like that's what I understand. That's what I'm trying to understand. Like, what the fuck happened to make these three like that? I understand that they're I guess their sensei passed away or something like that. I guess he was murdered, or I'm not really sure, but even with that said, I wonder what Gin went through to have to be the one with the most reason to be that way, in his eyes, you know. But even saying that, what brought him back to a level of sanity, or a level of not, wanting to fucking destroy shit? That's another thing as well. And there's also some things about Katsura as well too. Now let me see. There was something else as well. But yeah, I mean that was like the main thing that I kind of really started to really understand about it when I watched the movie. But before that, when I watched the series, I was kind of just going through the flow, and it was cool and everything. But I think having the chance just to watch it over again and really kind of take it all in a sense, is kind of help shed a little bit more light on it. But I definitely have a lot of questions. But just to end it, the movie was dope. It's cool. Enjoyed it. Awesome. Now I want to talk about just Gintama as a whole. So far as what I've seen, this show is fucking funny. It's hilarious. It's enjoyable, man. I have had one of my online buddies trying to get me to watch the show for a while, and I told him I was always gonna watch. I was eventually going to watch the show, but then when I had the mass majority of people saying, "Yo, you gotta watch Gintama," then I was like, "Okay, let me go ahead and watch it." Then eventually over time, I was like, you know what, it's a good time to start watching it. So I started watching it, and I'm really enjoying it. It's when it's funny, it's funny. When it's serious, and it does a very good job at doing that as well. I can't really pinpoint to say which episodes are like my favorite episodes, because I mean, like, I'm watching these episodes kind of sporadically, and I can't really go back and remember. I mean, there's certain scenes I remember, there's certain elements I remember and stuff like that, but I can't like pinpoint the episodes and stuff to tell you exactly which episode I liked, this, that, and the third more than others. But the characters themselves, with Kagura, Shinpachi, Gin, these three are a ridiculous mix. Okay, the way that they play off of each other is fucking hilarious. Okay, like it's fucking sometimes like so it's done very well, but there's times when it's gold. Like, there's sometimes when I'm just like, yo, this shit's fucking to die for, fucking funny. Like, sometimes it's done so well, and it's just like, wow, like that was good. That was on point. And it's just in the subtleties of their conversation, because they'll just be talking, and hold on, what was? Yeah, actually, it even happened in the Benizakura shit. I guess Elizabeth came in. This was after Katsura supposedly died or got assassinated, and Elizabeth comes in, and the three are just talking. I guess Shinpachi gives Elizabeth tea, and he's just sitting there just staring at her like this, and then it's Kagura and got the kid talking, and it's. So it was like, hey, I don't think he likes the tea. He was like, yeah, I think he's coffee. I think he likes coffee. And then fucking Gin's like, he was like, oh, I knew you like coffee. He was like, its mouthful or his beat looks like a coffee bean or some shit like that. And then Shinpachi's like, oh, like, I don't know. It's just, I can't put it out for verbatim, but it was just one of those instances that works very fucking well between those characters, and then they end up starting calling each other idiots. And he was like, "What are you talking about?" Like, I don't know. It's, if you go back and watch it, you'll see what I'm saying. But you most likely probably know exactly the part I'm talking about. But I enjoy the conversations that they have just on a regular basis. Like, a lot of times that is more funny to me than when they're getting into shit. But besides that, like I said, when it's funny. Serious, it's very good. The action is definitely on point. The fucking the randomness of this show. Now, some people will just be like, "Oh, it's since a show is random, oh, it's hilarious." Like, no, you can be random and garbage, okay? But the way that they do, the way that this show is random, is done very well. All right, and it flows throughout the entire show. From the title of the episodes. I mean, the episodes are titled in such bizarre, ridiculous, like, what the fuck ways. And and then for some reason, it is woven into the fucking episode. And it's just like, how the fuck? Like, it's ridiculous. And, like, and oh my god, the parodies, the references, the parodies, oh my god, like, it is non-stop, but it's not a bad thing though, because the show, it takes itself seriously, but at the same time it doesn't, because it realizes that it's just a fucking TV show. Like, and I love that. Like it's perfect. like it's perfect in that sense. It like, I mean, how many times you see it talking about, like, hey, or like the budget's been like I don't know, like, talking about the goddamn budget of the show, talking about, oh, we might get fucking canceled, or this might be the last episode of Gintama, or that last episode was fucking was pretty goddamn, I don't know, like, it's the show is very aware of itself, and I think that's pretty cool. I think that's pretty awesome. But I guess that's kind of pretty much it so far. I guess you can call that my overall impressions of the show, because at this point right now, I'm almost about to hit, like, episode 100. I think I'm around 90 something. Just to let you guys know, I actually had a whole nother set of reactions already set up to go to be released on Friday, but I canceled that because I got back and I was able to put up my JoJo stuff and all that. But I'll put those up probably sometime this week coming. But yeah, that's it about the movie and the series as a whole. Now we gotta get into a little discussion, guys, and this is still related to Gintama. Okay? Where do I start? Where do I start? Alright. I am gonna say this shit right now. I love all my viewers, man. It's awesome. It's cool. That everybody takes the time out of their day to come watch what I do, watching these reactions, even though I constantly say, look, a reaction is not quality content. It is not. It just is what it is. I understand people enjoy it, and it's the only reason why I do it. You guys want it. You guys enjoy it. I try my best to go ahead and do it. I'm actually about to record an anime to life as soon as this video is done. So I know what quality content is, and I'm trying to do it when I can. Okay? But in the meantime, the reactions are simple to do. They are fun, but to be honest, it is not quality content. Me sitting here joking around is not quality. But I will say this. If you want it, you want it. Hey, it is what it is. That being said, Gintama was not a show. Now, I've talked about this before, but I gotta gloss over it again because there's people in the comment section saying certain things, this, that, and the third, and I'm tired of repeating myself. And you guys know that I always make sure that I clear the air and I let people know, and I get people informed before I do basically almost anything. Gintama is not a show that was voted for by patrons, okay? It is, it's not something that is really a part of my scheduled, like, seasonal kind of shows to do. It is literally a show that I have decided personally myself to start reacting to because a ton of people have asked me to do it. Okay? And I said it before I even started doing the shit. I was like, look, man, I'm gonna go ahead and start doing this. But I'm going to react to these episodes when I want to, and I'm going to upload these episodes when I want to. You guys don't realize how much time and effort I put into the fucking channel. It's retarded, okay? Like, if you were actually to sit next to me or around me to see this happen, you'd probably be like, okay, you'd probably be like this little kid that's just sitting there with their feet hanging off the bed talking about, you done yet? Like, come on, let's go. What's going on? Like, that's how you would be. Like, I mean, hours and hours. Like I'm gonna get into that in a second, but it's a bit ridiculous, and that's without me even doing this content, you know. So when I get comments talking about, oh, well, I don't understand why it's taking this long. I don't understand. I already expressed that I'm going to do it when I can and how I can, alright? Because a lot of content on my channel is already scheduled to go up pretty much almost every day of the week, alright? And then when I have time that's free for myself, I like to enjoy that time. I don't always like to sit here for hours and hours and hours on my ass just fucking doing this, you know, all the time. I have other hobbies. I have other things that I want to do. And it's funny because, like, if I try to upload this stuff the way that I do up to YouTube, I get strikes, I get claims, all this stuff. I'm paying for the Amazon Cloud Drive so I can upload this stuff up there so people have a better experience, so they can watch on mobile and on their PC. And it takes forever to edit that stuff. Now, I was leaving to go out of town. So I was like, you know what? This will be the perfect opportunity for me to take these Gintama reactions that I've done for that I have kind of on backlog right now, except for putting them out when I wanted to at the right times, because my content on my channel allowed me to. Because just to let you know, if you run a channel, you don't want to just keep flooding content on your goddamn channel. You're gonna overshadow videos. Alright, that's why you only see a certain amount of videos on people's channel a lot of times. You know, if I put out a video right now, I don't want to put out a video right after it, and then right after that, then right after that, then right after that, because odds are that first and second video, it really isn't going to get no playtime. You got to let a video flow for a while, you know? So that's why I put them up when I can, when I know that there's nothing that I can really put up for that day, and as long as I have the time and to do so as well. So I was like, okay, you know what? I'm going out of town. Let me go ahead and do this. So I literally spent hours, like hours and hours and hours, taking each one of those reactions, putting them in Adobe Premiere, splitting them up, rendering them out, uploading them to fucking cloud drive and shit. And then I had to go ahead and make sure that I had those videos. You know those videos that I put up that says, hey, the live reaction link's in the description. A lot of y'all are thinking like, okay, well, he can just upload that, you know, and it's fine. No, it's not that. It don't work that way. It don't work that way. Okay? Yes, it is the same video, but that video has to be edited every single time that you upload it. Every single time. Because YouTube automatically detects duplicated videos. So if you take one video and then you take that same exact video and upload it to your same exact account, YouTube will fucking delete that shit. So I have to go and make sure I modify that video every single time that I have to use it. Then I gotta go make the thumbnail, add the thumbnail real quick, this, that, and the third. The upload process and the rendering process and the upload process fucking take forever. Amazon Cloud is not the quickest way to upload content. Thankfully, it streams it to you guys pretty fucking awesomely. But the rendering process, it's not bad because my computer's pretty good. But at the same time, since I have so many fucking so much fucking content, it takes a while and shit. And then some people were like, well, that's why you should put it out like periodically. I already fucking went over that. The fact is that my channel already has its main content. Gintama's not my main content. Alright? My main content is my seasonal reactions that I put up, the music, the skits, and any certain projects that I'm doing right now, such as the Gundam stuff I'm doing with Prodigy and Shaz, and the Go Ham stuff like that I can put up and shit like that. Gintama is something, like I said, I'm gonna do it when I want to and put it up when I can. But I'm just tired of seeing certain people's comments, and it's like it's irritating. It's irritating seeing those, knowing that I'm putting so much into this shit, knowing that I'm taking so much fucking time to put into it that I don't have to put into it. I didn't have to watch this Gintama movie. Am I glad I watched it because I do enjoy the series? Yeah, I did. But when I got back, I was like, damn, man, I could just be chilling out right now or whatever. But I was like, you know what? Let me go ahead and watch this movie. So, I did. Then I had to edit it. Then I had to slice it up into a whole bunch of goddamn pizza slices and upload it fucking forever and all this shit. You know, I don't know, man. I just have to take some time to get shit off my chest. And this is just with Gintama. I haven't even talked about other shit. But this is just with Gintama. And I understand people want to see the content. And I'm glad people want to see it. But you guys at the same time have to understand that I'm one person. I'm trying to do what I can do. I'm glad you guys are watching it. But, man, sometimes you just gotta be a little reserved with some of the things you guys say. Alright? And I guess the last thing I'm gonna say is that if I upload a certain stream of episodes, like it goes from 51, 52, 53, 54, and then all of a sudden episode 55 is missing, and then it goes 56, 57, and then 58 is missing, and then it goes 59, 60. The reason why that is, okay, and it relates to my other issue with doing reactions, and it's unfortunate that it happens. The reason why that happens is because when I'm recording the reaction, sometimes, sporadically, unfortunately, sometimes the recording messes up, okay, and the file does not save correctly. Alright, so I'm like, fuck. So what I do is, and you viewers gave me a pretty massive list of like the recommended, or like the episodes that I should do live reactions to upload. So what I do is I'm like, okay, let me look at the list. Alright, that episode that the recording messed up on, I don't need to go ahead and do that. I don't need to have a reaction to that because it's not on the list. So I'm like, okay, I'm not going to worry about it, and I'll just keep it moving. But if it does happen, and it's happened probably like once or twice out of all these episodes, I will rewatch it and I'll make sure that it's put up there. Alright? But yeah, I mean, so if you're asking, like, I saw someone like post like 3 or 4 times the number 56 with a question mark. I'm like, but the thing is that what I just said, I went over before previously, because you guys know that if I don't put out a reaction or a review for a series that I'm constantly doing for 1 week, and it doesn't come out that for a certain week, you know, I keep saying it time and time again, like, yeah, I mean, it messed up. My bad. It's unfortunate, but I don't want to re-record that just for that one episode of that week. You know, I don't want to go ahead and do that. But I guess it is what it is, man. I'm just tired. Just tired. All right, guys. I'm out of here, man. Like I said, I just had to let that go. I had to let that get out. Maybe, you know what? Maybe I'm gonna come out with like a weekly video and put it on AnimeCenTruL too, where I just fucking vent and talk and just push it out. Maybe, I don't know. But alright, guys, thanks for watching as always. I'm CenTruL, AnimeCenTruL. That was Gintama. Like I said, the reaction is in the description. And I'll let y'all later. Thanks for watching as always, guys. Peace out.
Growing up, I was worthless, untalented, someone that is rather worthless. Something's wrong with my brain, a short circuit. Hopefully one day my dream and quirk will surface in a world where heroes are born and worshipped. Heroes and villains fight to achieve their purpose. I daydream, roll